you try more to be original or to deliver what the audience want? I think that there's a good balance between the two. I think you need to write what you want and then keep in mind what the audience would like, but never go away from your initial expectation or dream of what your story was. What is your writing process like? Well, whenever I write, I listen to music. Whatever scene I'm writing according to what I'm listening to. If I'm writing a dark scene or something real dramatic, I listen to real heavy music, real heavy orchestral music, so I'm not being distracted. If I'm writing an inspirational scene, something happy, something more upbeat, more inspirational, just kind of helps me keep the emotional consistency. What matters to you more, story or character? I think they both are important together. They work together. We can't have one without the other. But I'm a big fan of characters developing over the course of the story, where the characters are the story and not just characters that are in a specific situation. Because to me, I think that's the difference between a story and a chain of events happening. What scene did you enjoy filming the most and why? I think I enjoyed filming the therapy scenes the most, not for any particular reason, but we filmed them all within a 2-week time frame, and so it's just very back to back to back, and I don't know, very memorable for that reason, because it was a real hard month to learn 30 pages of dialogue, so it was just more of a memory more so than a favorite. What are some common traps for aspiring writers? What is your advice? Don't overthink it. Just keep writing. Because as soon as you start questioning your work, is it stupid? Is it too much? Is it good enough? You're not going to be in a good place. Just keep writing. Think about it when you're done. That's all I have to say. Just keep doing it. What would you be if you couldn't act or write? Depressed. What or who is your biggest artistic influence? Actor-wise, Hollywood-wise, I've always liked people like Hugh Jackman, Day-Lewis, De Niro, people everyone likes. But honestly, in this specific movie and process, the people who inspired me was everyone who was on set, the director, all the actors, because the actors gave me fuel to act with them, and the director was all about, the actors giving their best performance, so I had a lot of people to push me and whatnot. So, with that being said, they were my biggest influence. What would be your advice for aspiring filmmakers? Very similar to what I was saying about the writing, except it's not writing specific. Just do it. It's all about how you wake up. Always have a good attitude. Realize that you're the only person who can stop you. So, wake up, be inspired by yourself, and keep going. How tall are you? 6'3". Were there any emotional scenes? If so, how did you prepare for them? There's a few emotional scenes, but one that really stands out was one where I just had to lose it all. I went upstairs where we were filming, locked myself in the bathroom, looked at my lines, really tried to feel the lines, had my iPod in my ears, and just had to get there, completely lose it. So once I was ready, I went down, kept my ears plugged, and until someone told me it was ready to go, I unplugged my earphones. Bobby, our director, said action, and it was game on. You just do what you gotta do. Music helps, just thinking about it helps, but you gotta do what you have to do, but that's how I did it. I loved the novel The Sessions. Will there be a sequel? Actually, there's a funny story about that. Even though the film will stay by itself as a single movie, I actually did write 2 sequels to the first initial book. So I'm debating whether or not I'll release a second or third one. Don't know yet, but as of right now, it's just going to be by itself. But there are several scripts already written. No, I was kidding. I was kidding. How old were you when you started the film, and how old were you when you finished filming? I was 19 when we started and 21 when we finished. But right now we're in post-production, and as we go into film festivals, I'll probably be 22. It's a long process. How did you fund the feature film? It wasn't just me. I did work a job, eventually got a second one, but a lot of people put forth in this. Bobby, the director, put in. Julie Whitus, my production partner and cinematographer, put in a lot. My mother and a lot of family friends kicked in. So, it's a big old joint effort. It takes a village. It really does. So that's how it was just everyone believing in the dream, and we went with it. How many films have you worked on? Have any of them won anything? And do you hope that this film will win anything? I have collaborated with the film group Artivational, some people that were very integral into making this film happen. We have done various short films and a few feature films. We've won awards like editing, best film, actress, and other awards. And yes, I do hope that this film wins a lot of things. I want everyone to be recognized for their work, as well as, if we have people who want to do this for a living. So I hope that they get to be noticed for this work because they've done a great job. What is a fun fact people might not be aware of? For one, I'm an Eagle Scout. I love musicals, love superhero films. And my left pinky, I dislocated in my freshman year of high school. It doesn't straighten, so if you watch the movie, that'd be something fun to look at. Besides that, I have some other fun facts, but I gotta keep it a mystery sometimes. What is a guilty pleasure? Kind of goes to the last question. I like musicals, and I'm not gonna lie, one of my favorite films is Titanic. Nothing wrong with that movie. What do you love about your character? I think something that's real special about this character is that he has a character arc throughout the entire film. It's nothing that's flipped on and off like a switch. It's something that develops over the entire film. So, with that being said, it's real fun to play a character who's constantly changing and he's not so one note and very like a cardboard box. He has lots of layers to him, and it was just fun to bring him to life. It was very fun to work with. Did you go to film school? I did not. I did attend an acting school in Asheville for a while, but I've never directly went to film school, though I have gone to college, have my associate's degree at Western Piedmont, have taken various classes with videography to learn the basics, but I've never directly gone to an actual film school. What was the hardest scene to write? The hardest scene to write was something that happened to me in real life, something that I had to derive from my actual experiences, something that was very emotional. So making sure that the scene came across honest and as true to what happened was very hard because it was very emotional, draining to write just as it was to act it out again. So that's what made it hard. Who's the funniest person in the cast and crew in real life? Our cinematographer Julie Whitus. She's a savage. She's laughing off screen in case you heard that.
What did that say?
Savage. She's a savage. What actors do you look up to the most? I like Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal, Eddie Redmayne, Miles Teller, he's doing real good. I like Ryan Gosling. All those. Meryl Streep, she's good. Daniel Day-Lewis. I like Emma Stone. The list goes on and on. I look up to them. They're my homework. I watch them all the time. Since the film is based off a book that you wrote, where did you get the idea for the book? Well, I got the idea from the book, just from inspirational events that actually happened in my real life. And I've loved true story films and know this film isn't biographical, but it does have a lot of things that happened in my real life. And whenever I started writing the book, I used it as a therapeutic way to jot down what was on my mind, what I was feeling, and after a while it just turned into a whole new story that evidently leveled with a lot of people, and that's a real beautiful thing. What are some dream roles you would love to play in future films? I think some really fun roles I would love to play. Like, I love musicals. If I had to say a musical or two, I'd love to play Jean Valjean from Les Miserables. I think playing the Phantom of the Opera would be really cool. I love superheroes, Batman and Superman. And, if I had to play someone in real life, I'd love to play Elvis. Elvis is the man. He's great. He's the king for a reason. What makes a good scene partner? I know what makes a good scene partner for me is, having freedom with each other, knowing who exactly, if someone does something outrageous or something new, you just go with it. You don't stop. You don't make a question saying, hey, are they supposed to do that? You just go with it. You share an experience and a moment with that other actor. If you find an acting partner who does that, you're set. You're good to go. What is your favorite book? I've always enjoyed Catcher in the Rye, and I've read the unabridged version of Les Miserables. It's a beautiful story. Something about them just sticks with me. I think it's a wonderful piece of work. Do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? I'm an extrovert. I really like to go out. I like to go to the movies, like to go out and eat. I like to hang out with friends. I never meet a stranger. And also, I'd like to think I'm very outgoing. I really believe in making opportunities happen for yourself. If the door doesn't open, just going out there, getting your life started. Yeah, I don't like my life. And cut.